Did you give it in electronic form?
Okay, good morning.
You guys can use that money to buy whatever.
Getting this,
Call roll, please.
Fascia, like medical fascia.
Oh, yeah.
Allen, Bates, Gums, Juby. Here. Caius, Leonard,
Leonard here.
Lewis. Here. Linder,
Under here.
Molina,
Molina present.
Sanchez present.
Smith, Surges,
Present.
Tepe,
Happy here.
Williams,
Williams here.
Roth,
Roth is here.
Pirog. And then Mr. Caius just walked in the room.
Here.
Thank you, Mr. Guys. Welcome everyone. Today is Wednesday, February 4th, 9 a.m. We are starting the Kane County Executive Committee. We did roll call. Or was there any request for remote attendance? Okay, thank you. Mr. Surges, would you mind leading us in the pledge today?
Allegiance to the flag.
Can I get a unanimous approval for the minutes from January 7th?
Sanchez requests unanimous consent, unanimous approval,
Sanchez?
the minutes, January 7th.
Okay, good enough. Thank you. Okay, public comment. We have two people currently signed up. Or just one, Mr. Leffler.
Hey, good morning, everybody. I hope everybody's having a great day and enjoying this wonderful weather. I wanted to ride my bike here today, but I noticed outside there's a sign that says no skateboarding and no bicycling. And I was like, why is that? Why do we have a sign out front alongside right over here that says no bicycling here? Don't get it. Just that I noticed. The real reason I'm here to talk to you guys today is I went to the Historic Preservation Committee meeting last Monday, not this Monday, but previous Monday. And they were talking about the Amasa White House, the property that's over along Fabian Parkway. And some of the commissioners there had noticed that the roof itself has got a little bit of a sag to it on the north end. It's in bad shape. And there is money in the budget that even though it was a tight budget, there's $100,000 sitting in the budget for fixing that. And the time to get that done is now. It needs to get done this year and it needs to be made a priority. And we've got the money. We just have to have the drive to get it done so that the roof doesn't collapse and we lose the building. So, and so that's the main thing I wanted to ask you about or talk to you about, but I also wanted to say, you're on the clock. You need a budget by midsummer. Okay, let's get this done. Let's not wait till November this year. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Leffler. Okay, that's all for public comment. Next up is Kathy Hopkins, financial report. Good morning, Ms. Hopkins.
Hello. The report that I'm going to go over is the same report that we went over at finance last week. Next slide, please. Oh, slide before that one. Thank you. And then just an update on some of the things that are going on in the finance department, sort of a yearly update as we work to bring efficiencies and also ensure compliance. All the W-2s are printed and uploaded. They were actually due on January 31st. They were finished last week. So all the W-2s are uploaded to employee eSuite accounts. Hard copies have been mailed electronically. They've been uploaded to the IRS. We incorporated the new overtime reporting that the IRS is actually allowing to be put on a separate statement this year because it's the first year. They gave everybody the option to put it on the W-2 or the statement. We were able to get it onto the W-2. There'll be a separate box next year for that. The 1099s were printed, mailed, uploaded to the IRS, received by the IRS. For anybody that's familiar with 1099s, those are informational reporting forms for essentially contractors and for other purposes too. All of our bank reconciliations for the entire fiscal year through November, not only for the treasurers, but also there's about 25 separate bank accounts held by a variety of county offices and departments across the county. They've all been reconciled and the interest is posted. The audit, the fiscal 2025 audit has kicked off. The auditors were here 2 weeks ago to get things started. They'll be doing work through all their testing will be done through March. So we're working right now. I think we're ahead of schedule, which is very good. And lastly, for probably 2 years, we've been working on automating something related to payroll, and we have our first live set of data this payroll cycle. And if we can do that, there could be great efficiencies throughout the rest of this year in processing payroll. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed on that.
Okay.
So the general fund, so we have pretty much everything is closed for fiscal 2025. We're reviewing everything now, looking for anything that could have been posted in 26 and should have been in 25 and vice versa. But I think these numbers here that I'm going to go over are pretty close to final. So we're ending up 2025. We budgeted to use $27.2 million in reserves. This is for the general fund only, general fund, general account only. So we budgeted to use 27.2 million in reserves. It looks like we're going to use about 18.5. Still not good, but not as bad. And the swing was our revenues came in about 3% higher and our expenses came in about 4% lower. So that's how we made up the difference. Just to highlight on a couple of the revenues that were higher, the charges for services, which are mainly fees in the recorder of deeds and the county clerk's office, were up significantly. That's mostly what's in that charges for services based on economic activity. The reimbursements was another category that was significantly higher, and primarily court services was able to obtain almost $1 million more from the Administrative Office of the Illinois Courts this past year. So that's why reimbursements, and those are reimbursements for salaries. Expense
Okay,
side.
Can we take one pause?
Sure.
Madam Chair is here, so she's gonna take over as
Okay.
chair. Thank you.
On the expense side, the significant difference is noted in personal services, the salaries and wages and the associated employee benefits. So the offices where their salaries and wages were less than budgeted in a significant way were sheriff, court services, county clerk, and circuit clerk. And I've added the 2026 amended budgets for the general fund up here for comparison. So our 2025 actual expenses out of the general fund, general account were about 139 million. And our 2026 budget is 130 million. So we did pass, the board did pass that budget. And those offices cut their budgets accordingly, but it's a $9 million cut in expenses. A big part of this, I should point out, if you look at the line that says transfers out. So in 2025, the general fund transferred out $12.5 million to other funds across the county. About 8 million of that 12 million was transferred to the capital projects fund. In the 2026 budget, we have currently no transfers from the general fund to the capital projects fund. So that accounts, that swing accounts for a big portion of this difference in total expenditures. Next slide. I've got this slide and then a second slide, which is just a smaller section of this slide so that we could see it more clearly. This is the general fund, and it currently has 6 accounts in it. The 2 green bars are essentially the unrestricted portions of the general fund general account and the general fund special reserve account. The special reserve account was created by the county board approximately 12, 15 years ago. It just took money out of the general account and put it in this separate account. It's not needed, but it was segregated at that time. But it's unrestricted money from a financial reporting standpoint. It's part of the general fund. So when we're looking at the fund balance in the general fund and determining, do we have enough money in our general fund balance? Do we have enough to meet our 90-day reserve? We have enough to meet our 90-day reserve. So that red line for 2025 and the estimate for 2026 would be where the 90 days would approximately be. And the 90-day calculation is calculated off of total budgeted expenditures. So that is why the red bar is lower in 26, because we're only budgeting 130 million in expenditures. This past year, we budgeted much higher in expenditures. So we needed a greater 90-day reserve. Next slide. Same information, just zoomed in a bit so you could see where we are with the 90 days. So we have enough money in the general fund to meet our 90 days. We actually are counting not only the money in the general fund general account, but the money in the general fund special reserve account towards that 90 days. Next slide. A recap on the key revenues that came in across the county. These are revenues for all funds, the general fund plus all of the special revenue funds. So the state sales tax and the RTA sales tax revenues were higher than both compared to prior year and compared to budget. Another significant change, local use tax went down, although some of that is picked up in the sales tax because of a change in the law. And state income tax was a little higher. I'm sorry, it was a little lower than expected, but it was higher than last year. And the motor fuel tax, both the state motor fuel tax and the county motor fuel tax, were slightly higher than both prior year and expected revenue. And personal property replacement tax was lower. Next slide. And then this slide and the next slide is just a high level look at total expenses by department and office. So this is all funds across the county. This slide is all funds. So our amended budget for fiscal 25 was 404 million in all funds, and we actually spent 305 million, which is about $100 million difference. Where is that big difference? The half of that difference is in transportation. They budgeted about 112 million and spent around 57 million. That's the biggest part of that. And then you see there's a department, we have a couple departments which are called other countywide, Department 800, 850. Those are departments that we use where we budget things like the healthcare benefits, technology that is used by all of the employees across the county. We've used it to budget some ARPA money when we didn't know what it was going to be used for until we got into the fiscal year and started obligating it. So that came in also under budget. And I just want to point out too that that county board, for purposes of the way that the county has always budgeted, things like farmland preservation, Grand Victoria Casino, they all roll up under county board department for budgeting purposes. So that's why that number is so big. So next slide.
I thought, there we go. I thought it was pretty low for all of that, considering we budgeted 1.3 million and we took in 1.2. Yeah, so we saved a lot of money.
So the next slide. There should be one more. Yeah. So this is the same high level look, but this is general fund only. And not every department is in the general fund. So you won't see like the transportation department here or the health department or animal control or KingCom because they are entirely in separate funds. There's many offices that are in multiple funds, but this is just the general fund. So, and my actual number here is slightly different than on the earlier slide, because when I put this together for finance last week, I added this slide at the last minute and the numbers are changing until we're done. So we budgeted 144 million. We're coming in around 139 million, which is less than budget. You can see the differences there by department. And the other countywide group insurance number came in less because our salaries and wages were less across the general fund. And I think that's my last slide.
All right. Does anybody have any questions for Kathleen? No. The one I do appreciate, Kathleen, it's the graph. It's on my page 11 to talk about the general fund, all accounts and fund balance and doing
Ma'am,
this.
could you get closer to your mic?
That's better. Thank you. Doing the historical perspective, going from 20 to 26. And we can see, and I was thinking about that this morning, as a matter of fact, that the sheriff adult corrections and other department salaries and benefits were all paid from the ARPA money. And I know that then in 23 and 24, we really started taking a look at pay equity, which caused an increase, I believe, in our costs as well. But we underfunded the general fund because we're taking so much money out of ARPA to pay, to reimburse for compensation. So that gap was being made up and now it's here challenging us. So it makes, it's logical sense right there. Yes.
Sanchez here. I just want to thank you, Kathy, for putting more emphasis in your reports on that 90-day reserve. I think it helps really bring the public closer to the conversation, especially in this new budgeting year. Have a lot of tough decisions to make. So having that right up front is very helpful. So thank you.
Yes, I agree. I agree. Any other questions or comments? No, Kathleen, thank you. Very nice report. Appreciate it. All right, Julie.
Good morning. Blair, if I could get my first slide up. As you know, we did this Kane County Name the Plow contest. I mentioned the winners the last time I was here. Here are the winners. Sometimes this job is really fun. We had a great time out at KDOT. The winners and their families were given a tour of the Kane County Division of Transportation facilities, and they received commemorative signs that they got to take home. As you can see, there's the winners there. You can see some of the tour that went on. Go back here. Yeah. Oops, sorry. I think the little kids were really amazed at how big the traffic signs were, the speed limit signs. You see them standing there.
One
But-
kid tall.
Right? A lot of fun had by all. Mike Way did an amazing job giving the tour, and again, a fabulous outreach. It was kind of simple to do, but we had a lot of fun and we hope to do it next year too. So there you go. There are the winners
Oh,
with their families and their grandkids, and then her brother down there, Olivia. And that's the signs on the end of the plows. So there you go. We had a huge Kane County Communicators meeting here that I arranged. We had a presenter talk about crisis communication, a couple of other things related to communications. We had communicators from all over the county, including our own communicators here in Kane County government, also joined online by communicators from DuPage County. Beneficial morning had by all. I think everyone appreciated it. I did get a lot of outreach back from people who said, or feedback, that they really enjoyed it and that they wanted to do more. And there were some people that had seen an article that I put in Kane County Connects about it and wanted to join the group as well. So that made me feel good that we got that done. So beneficial. We've been meeting with townships, Madam Chair and staff. Here's two of them, one with Geneva, St. Charles, Batavia, and Campton, and then Sugar Grove, Caneville, Big Rock, and Aurora. And we've been talking about things that are available to them from the county, from the health department, transportation department, development department, shared resources. And we opened up dialogue about growing senior populations and things that they could do on their own to help their senior population. Some of them they had already done, some of them they hadn't thought about. But again, I think the meetings have been very beneficial. Here's some unique stories from Kane County Connects. If you've been reading it, the coroner highlighting a life-saving organ donation, discounts and incentives available in 2026. Just a wide variety of great things that this county does that I've been able to pull up and report on that have really made the news. So it's good. And then here we are on the Illinois America 250 website. We are now a local partner and an Illinois community. A lot of our others are also listed. So we are continuing to plan for the 250th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. And to conclude my report, there are some things that everybody can kind of promote, which includes recycling events. First one, February 28th is coming up at the Circuit Clerk's office. The Kane County Public Safety Alert System, we're still looking for signups, so you can do that. All the Kane County Health Department initiatives, which can be found on their website. And then Kane County Animal Control is now out with their low-cost clinic schedule. So you can continue to promote that along with signing up for Kane County Connects. That's my report.
All righty. Any questions for Julie? I love the pictures of the children.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so cute. So very cute. All right. Is there, we have old business and Mr. Tepe, it was asked that we bring forward an update on what's happening with ARPA, just broad-based. So I asked Suzanne Fonstock to come over and give us a little report. Is she here?
I'll be giving the report, Madam Chair.
Oh, you're going to give the report for her?
Ms. Feinstock is here to back me up,
Okay.
which I will probably need. Okay, up on the screen now, you see, in effect, our report as of the end of year of 2025. So if you start with the top number of 103,413,000 and change, that was what's awarded, okay? What's been expended, the $81,010,840 through 2025. So the key number to keep track of is 22,402,201. These are the funds still to be expended that are scheduled to be expended and taken care of prior to December 31, 2026. Okay. Key point is that we do not provide funds to an organization once a contract is established. That we're committed to an amount with that organization, but they have to submit specific invoices, okay? And those invoices are gone through by the ARPA personnel, and then they are paid by the county treasurer. So we actually do the payment of these funds. So a key thing that happens is that some of the organizations come in under budget. And when they finish and they come in under budget, that means that there are funds that need to be reallocated. Okay, those funds can only be reallocated to existing agreements that we have. And that is what the ARPA committee meets on. We'll be meeting this month, and there are several amounts that need to be reallocated. That's the key thing that the ARPA committee does. If you go down this report, if you go to the final page, well, not the final page, go to page 3, would you? Yes. This is the amount that has been authorized and the key department areas that they've been authorized to. Many of these are internal departments. Many of them, quite a few of them are external agreements, such as the external grants amount that you'll find about halfway down the page. Okay. This is where all of the agreements ended up with financially. So the ARPA committee will be meeting this month. We will be going over this in a lot more depth. Wish we had given this report after the ARPA committee had met, so we brought all of the members up to date. But do you have any questions after this overview?
Does anybody have any questions? Oh, yes, Mr. Roth.
Roth here, Mr. Tip, the 22 million that we have left, what's our confident level will be done by the deadline?
About 99%.
Okay, thank you.
99.99.
Thank you. That's a good news.
That is our objective.
Yes.
Right, Mr. Sanchez?
99.99. That's what I meant.
So does that mean we have left $0 on the table?
That's the plan.
That's the plan. Good job.
Are the
Very good.
not-for-profits working on that as well? Being able to come up with their allocation with the reimbursables?
Yes, what you'll see is that Ms. Feinstock, along with her staff, meets on a regular basis with every organization and associated with their funding. I sat in on one meeting yesterday. And the key thing is to explain to them exactly how things work and to make sure that there are no key things missed. Okay. So, just one of the things yesterday, for example, was they were saying, oh, we can take care of these computers and I can put them on my credit card. And Ms. Feinstock said, no, do not do that. You must submit the invoices as they are. We don't pay credit card bills and things of that nature. So the ARPA staff is in constant contact with those organizations that have expenditures to make sure that they're doing it the right way.
And I'm asking this question for myself as well as for the general public in case they're listening in. The allocations that were awarded, do they have to be allocated or expended by December of 26?
They have to expend it by December.
So the money, they have
26th.
to spend it. So that by December 31st or December 1st? What's your deadline?
31st.
I believe it's December 31st.
Morning,
Good morning.
Suzanne Fonstock, and the answer is December 31st, 2026.
Okay, thank you, thank you. All right, and they're all
They have
aware.
we're gonna have a New Year's Eve party.
Book the room now. All right, thank you, Mr. Tepe. Thank you, Suzanne, for this. Are there any questions?
Thanks.
Yeah, very helpful, very helpful.
We'll email this report out to the entire board. Okay.
Excellent.
Yeah, send it to Jane and ask her to send it to everybody.
Okay, very good. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. And then you're going to be meeting, you have a committee meeting this month?
Yes, we have some items to reallocate.
Okay, and then you'll keep us updated on a bi-monthly basis so we can just keep tabs or however you feel appropriate.
Yeah, I think that's better than just saying, trust me. So,
Yeah.
but yes.
Yeah. It's always verify then trust.
And it's scheduled for February 25th, Wednesday at 10:30.
All right, all department heads, spend down your money. Okay. All right, is there any new business brought forward? I see none. All right, we're on to our preliminary county board agenda. This is our consent agenda. And Mr. Caius?
Yes, good morning. This is Caius, Chairman of Administration. Excuse me. And I have 6 items, A through F on the consent agenda, and I'll try and do them all at once. I would move those 6 and ask for a second.
Sanchez seconds.
Sanchez seconds. Item number 1 is resolution ratifying an emergency purchase affidavit to purchase 2 2026 Ford F-250s for the Building Management Department from Terra Automotive Ford. That's TMP 26-039, and it's on page 33 for $111,656.40. Item B is a resolution ratifying an emergency purchase affidavit to purchase restoration services for the Building Management Department from Belfour Property Restoration. That is TMP 26-039 on page 80 for $51,963. Item C is a resolution authorizing a contract for lawn maintenance and landscaping services with Ratliff Landscaping Incorporated for Kane County Facilities, RFP number 25-042-DH, and that is TMP 26-060 on page 86 for $262,080. And item D is a resolution authorizing additional funds for Microsoft Enterprise licensing for Microsoft applications and operating system software. That's page 175 for $100,000. A $100,000 increase for a total of $530,000, and that one is TMP 26-059. Item E is a resolution approving the purchase of 9 replacement vehicles by the Kane County Sheriff's Office, TMP 26-008 on page 177 for $566,247.94. Item F is a resolution approving an intergovernmental agreement between the County of Kane and the Forest Preserve District of Kane County for volunteer site restoration services at the Kane County Recycling Center property on Fabian. That's TMP 25-0450. And that is on page 222, and that has no expenditure from the general fund. So I have moved those, and we have a second.
It's very nice that the Forest Preserve.
You
has
already made-
volunteers.
Yes, we have a second.
You already made the motion and
Yes.
second.
We have, I have a motion, I moved and I have a second, so.
I have a second. Yes, ma'am, Ms. Chuby.
I would like to remove item C from the consent agenda. Based on their past performance, I can't support them for this contract. So could we pull it off of consent?
Roth will
We can-
second that motion.
I suppose, Mr. State's Attorney, do we pass it and then take it off when it comes there to the full board, or
No.
can we take it off, take it off now?
Yeah, so,
There'll be a no vote?
okay, so we've kind of talked about this in the past. You guys have 2 choices. You either ask if anybody wants to pull it off before we get a motion in a second, which allows this to easily be done, or if it waits till after the motion in a second has happened, now you have to amend it. So the motion is to have all
Apologize.
6 go to consent. Your motion to amend is to have C go to non-consent. There's a second, so now you need to take a vote on the amendment.
Okay, so do you understand? So got it?
Yep.
Okay,
I'll
do you want to
take note
leave
of
it?
Next time. Thank you.
Point of order.
yes.
Can we alter the motion in the second to just reflect that omission of the item?
You can take back the motion and the second,
Take
the
back-
original.
Take
I
back.
would do that. Remove item C then from and just pass the 5
Yeah, and I seconded. So
originally.
All right, so you're removing, both of you are removing your
This would be A, B,
motion.
D, E, and F. Unless there's another objection somewhere.
So the motion is right now on the floor. A, B,
Microphone, please.
D, E, F. Yes, sir.
Madam Chair Surges, Chris, we at finance, I made a statement that we are really trying to be sensitive to the word emergency. That can we eradicate that and come up with a new phrase for that? So in this particular context, what is the emergency on these? And does emergency reflect or mean that it's beyond what was normally budgeted? Did we have a budget and the emergency this is beyond that? Or why are we using the context emergency?
Roger, you want to answer that?
And Roger, this isn't a criticism, you understand. We're just
we're
trying to
good.
regroom.
Sure. So this is Roger Fonstock with IT and Buildings. Item A is a resolution related to the purchase of two F-250 trucks. We had actually already had budget and board approval to purchase the two trucks. We ordered them through a contract sometime 9 months ago, and through the supplier, which was a different supplier than this one, they were unable to deliver the trucks. At the time, they had given us a forecast in, I think it was November, that they don't even know when we would receive them or if we would get 2025 trucks. So the price would be different in the schedule. So we have a major snow event and ice and other things that we need to move heavy equipment from campus to campus. And we're looking for these trucks to be used this winter for that purpose. We discussed it with purchasing. I believe they also talked with the state's attorney's office about proper way to get the trucks that were available on local lots. The only mechanism in state statute to do a purchase of that nature with inventory available is to do an emergency purchase by statute. So we pursued the emergency purchase to secure the two trucks that were on lots and available for us. I would say the emergency is the emergency snow removal, moving of heavy equipment during ice storms. During the first ice and winter storm, we had issues with keeping the roads and the pathways open and available for both 911, the Sheriff's Sally Port.
Understand. Was this budgeted before?
Yes.
And we
it's in-
didn't use it?
Yes, it's
I'm-
budgeted.
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
I just
Uh,
hate the word emergency.
Sure.
I understand the context by which you have to use it,
Okay.
but this is not a failure on the part of this board, and we're asking
No.
for funds that weren't already approved.
No, this is emergency in this text does not mean panic. It's a technical term that was put in state statute.
I'm gonna keep fighting until we find a better term, so.
Mr. Frank, you had a comment.
You can change it. It's literally the whole concept is just simply you're going around procurement procedures because of an emergency.
Come up
And-
with a great word for that, my friend.
Yeah. The second one, the incident is related to.
Necessary and needed.
Yeah.
Madam Chair, just the second one is related to a sprinkler head that burst in the sheriff's office in a back office area. And we contacted two remediation services to come out and extract the water and dry and cut the drywall and other things. And it was about $50,000, and we needed to get them out expediently. So we filed for the emergency purchase affidavit because it's over $30,000. We don't have time to bid it. We didn't have a contract with an existing remediation service. And that's something that we're looking at, is doing a bid to have a standing agreement with remediation. We don't normally get this type of an event, so it's kind of unique. We're working with insurance on that so that the county would be insured for the claim, and that should take care of the damages.
Just for me, much more palatable description.
Well, that is-
Second one than the first one.
Roth here, that is an emergency.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you,
of course.
Roger.
Yes, ma'am.
Appreciate you.
That sounds
Always.
like a real emergency.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's any explanation needed for that.
It is what it is, yeah.
All right, so we have a motion. Do we have a second? And this is, I did not hear a second. Do you have another comment?
Yeah, no, we have seconds for these, but I was gonna make a comment, Sanchez here, because it is the definition of terms, and when it comes to government and legal stuff,
Understand.
yeah, emergency to us means like physical, but for this, if you're the budget or, the procurement process and something is coming in outside of your normal committee flow, that's an emergency to a budget, so.
And Madam Chair, I
Outside
do
budget.
understand that, and I don't think that Mr. Caius nor Mr. Fonstock took read anything more into it than that.
No.
And I was gonna say the other thing too, like, because you're asking if it's within budget, I think a clue there usually is if there's a budget adjustment, then there's something extra that's happening. Otherwise, it's within range, so.
All right, so we.
Good.
who's the second?
Thank you.
Pants on fire? That
Sanchez?
word?
Sanchez,
Sanchez,
okay, Mr. Sanchez. Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? Not clerk, call
This-
the roll.
Just for clarification, this is for A, B,
Enough.
D, E, and F.
That's correct.
And as as I modified my original motion and was seconded by Sanchez.
I think we're ready to go.
Allen,
Alan, aye.
Bates,
Bates, yes.
Gums,
Gums, yes.
Judy, I.
Caius,
Guys, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
Yes.
Linder,
Linder, yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Sanchez, yes.
Yes.
Tepe,
Tepe, yes.
Williams, Roth.
Roth, yes.
Pass.
A, B, D, E, and F have passed. Then I would move resolution authorizing a contract for the lawn maintenance and landscaping services with Ratliff Landscaping Incorporated for Kane County Facilities RFP 25-042-DH, which is TMP 26060 on page 86 for $262,000 and 80 or $262,080. And that would not go on consent. So I ask for a second then. That's a motion to pass, but not put on consent.
Gums is second.
All right, so are we going to have discussion on this?
I think we had it, but you want to
Just-
state it?
I mean, I can reiterate again that the reason why I was not satisfied with the services that they provided with us during their last contract, and I don't feel the need to reestablish a relationship with a company that I didn't feel delivered services for the price we were paying.
Okay, all right, just.
Can you describe the nature of that? I wasn't there for.
Well, you know, the fact that we had weeds in all of our beds and we had landscape material that wasn't cleaned. I mean, just walking out the front of this building, I don't know what the condition looked like in the other locations, but based on the knee-high thistle that we had the entire time, and the fact that every time we had talked about them remedying that, it didn't get fixed, tells me that not only were they not, the expectation that I had for what they were doing was also not met by the fact they were asked to do it, and we still had bad-looking landscaping. And it's what the public sees when they come here, and I don't feel it was a good use of our money.
Okay. So how do you want to proceed?
You want to speak to that, Mr. Fonsdoc? That's how I'd go to it. That's his department.
Not static. This is Roger Fonstock with IT and Buildings. The company that we use for landscaping in their previous contract had kind of unit pricing for dealing with the weeds and other types of invasive things. So treating and also like weeding and treating of weeds was more of an add to the base contract. Now it's included as a part of the base contract. So they're expected to do it on a regular basis instead of on call. So we addressed that through the bid process, and they, everybody that bid accepted those terms, that it's a part of the base services. So we're, hoping that all of those terms that were built into the new bid package are going to help address that. This was procured through the public bid process, and this was the lowest responsible bidder for this type of work. If we don't use this particular bidder, I suppose we could look at the second lowest bidder, which I don't know the name of the company at this point, but that would be your only recourse, and we would have to go back and work with purchasing to look at the second lowest bidder, who's not obviously the lowest. And that's something that you could do if you were looking to change contractors, but this was the lowest responsible bidder, and we believe we addressed the issues by adding that specifically to the base bid. So.
Any other comments on this? So seeing none, clerk call the roll.
Allen, aye.
Bates,
Bates, yes.
Gums,
Gums, yes.
Juby,
Judy, no.
Caius,
Guys, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Linder,
Linder, yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Sanchez, yes.
Surges,
Yes.
Tepe,
Tepe, yes.
Williams,
Yes.
Roth.
Roth, yes.
This is one no.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Chris. Rick?
Thank you, Madam Chair. We have two matters for your consideration. First is a resolution approving substantial amendment to the program year 2024 Annual Action Plan Community Development Block.
Mike, please.
I'm sorry.
Mike.
Community Development Block Grant, that's page 230 of your packet. We are still working with HUD to determine the amount of funding that will be available. So I would move to send this back to committee, Development Committee, and ask for a second.
Roth will second.
Okay, so that's going to be pulled back. Is there any discussion on this?
I would
yes.
just confirm that there's no serious deadline that would impede something.
No, we will, yeah, this was requested by staff so that we can more properly come forward with the actual requested grants.
And do you know when you're going to get that information from the feds? You have any idea?
I do not. I'll invite Mr. Van Kerkhoff up to answer that
Okay.
question.
Sure, thank you. Mark Van Kerkhoff. We are currently working on solidifying that number. The other reason for the adjustment had to do with a need by one of our emergency shelters, Lazarus House. That's also a ever-changing picture with what's happened in DC in terms of whether their funding is actually going to be interrupted or not. So we're waiting to confirm that as also. So we put this to Development Committee last month to try to stay ahead of it. Everything did fall into place by today. So we're recommending that it just go back to committee so we can have both those loose ends tied up.
And Lazarus House, how they're doing all right?
Yes, yeah,
Yes.
one of their programs is for permanent supportive housing in addition to their transitional housing and emergency housing services. That's the program where it looked like some of their a renewal for one of their projects was going to be delayed. That may not be the case, but like I said, we're waiting to confirm that and exactly how much money we may have available to assist them.
Okay, all right. But we'll know in 2 weeks if the shutdown takes place again, what's going to be happening. Any other comments on this? So we're just moving it. We don't have to take a vote on the move. John,
I think we,
do we have to take a vote on the move to move it out?
To send it back.
So, I mean, what's the goal here? The
Just
goal is
sending
to
it
just,
back to the.
yeah, so you don't need to ever send it back to committee. The committee chair can always just bring it up anew. But what you need to do is just have it fail for lack of a second or a first.
Okay,
I will remove my second then.
thank you. Easy enough. Okay. Let's go to the next one then.
okay. The next item for your consideration is resolution number TMP 26-090. A resolution approving a contract extension with GMCI for the continued marketing of the fabulous Fox National Water Trail. In the now therefore clause, we are asking for the contract to not to exceed 100,000. I'll be making a motion to approve this, and I'll be making another motion to amend the resolution to reflect that that number should actually be $200,000 because we are anticipating additional funds coming in from outside parties. Is that correct, Mark?
Yeah, that's correct. GMCI has been our marketing consultant for the Fabulous Fox National Water Trail, has done a fantastic job doing so. We've utilized a state grant in the past for leveraging our investment in the marketing. For this year, we budgeted $100,000 for the ongoing work marketing our 5 new launch sites that were completed last fall. And then I gave everybody a brochure. We're also tagging the 250 with a challenge that people can sign up online and win some swag for doing 250 miles over the course of the year. So that was already in play. We applied for another state grant through DCEO, and we just recently learned that that's been awarded. So that doubles our money for this year's marketing. So we did not know that at the time we put the resolution together. So we request that you, as Mr. Williams mentioned, amend the resolution to allow us to use her contract for that state grant. Happy to answer any questions.
Any questions on this? No? All right, so you have a motion and we have.
Roth will second.
Second,
We have to move to make the amendment.
And then the amendment down too.
and then we're going to amend it.
Right.
So do I have a motion to amend?
We have to vote on the
No.
resolution.
No, you don't.
No,
You can amend
amend
it
it
first.
I'll make a motion to amend the dollar amount from $100,000 to $200,000 in the now therefore be it resolved paragraph.
Okay, Roth will
Vice-
second that.
Mr. Roth seconds. Okay, any questions on this? Yes, sir.
Rick, would that be amending it contingent on receiving the other funds?
We
The
did.
amount- It
receive-
just says that the amendment says the amount of the contract will not exceed 200,000. So if we get the additional funds, that will be $200,000 of funding, and then we'll sign the contract at that amount. If for some reason the funding does not come in, the contract would be for a lesser amount.
Okay, and what is this for exactly? Is this the kiosk things or am I off base?
Well, here,
Ignore the
it's
question, just
right there.
Mark.
No, this is strictly for marketing. So she maintains our website. She purchases advertising for tourism, basically.
Got it. I'm done.
Works with our CVBs.
Happy to support it. Thank you.
Good. Yes, excellent. Thank you. All right, we have a motion, a second
I have a
to amend.
question.
Yes,
Any porta potties?
that's not part of marketing.
Yeah, this is just for marketing. And we have it, today we have not mapped the porta potty locations.
That could be marketing.
Soon?
Do we put advertisements in the porta potties?
That could be
Brilliant
part
idea.
of the marketing.
No, that falls under operation maybe.
That's-
Sorry.
All right, so this is no porta potties. This is just marketing.
I'm
Um,
gonna name this page for more.
This is going to be hopefully also on the national and Illinois 250th website because we are a national river. So we're going to try to get that done as well to really promote this opportunity. And if you have not signed up, I signed up for 75 miles. You can go up to 250. And then it's just independently at your own to sign in and say, yeah, I've walked 10 miles this week or 20 miles, or I biked it. So you can walk, bike, run, or you can paddle.
Is that through December 31st of 26 to achieve that?
I think so.
Yeah, it's a year-long challenge, but as soon as you hit your goal, you can send in to get your swag.
Do you have to sign up separately for all three?
No, you can sign up once, then you hit those benchmarks.
Okay, thank you.
So I'm doing achievable. Yes.
Quick question, may or may not be relative. When we're doing advertising or promoting businesses along, those folks are advertising as well. Are they buying ads from us? So if you're like, Michelle on the Fox Brewery, should I not pay to advertise?
Where's the address?
So our marketing is for the section of the Fox River that runs through Kane County in general, promoting the launch sites to attract people to them and make them aware of the opportunities so that they'll come. And I mean, it's really twofold. It's one for promoting it within our own residents and make sure that they're aware that we have new launch sites that make it more accessible for persons of all the abilities, as well as itineraries and things that just make their use of the river. But primarily from an economic development standpoint, promoting that within the region, for people to come out and day trips, and our tourism bureaus leverage it as part of their advertising to get sports tournaments here for people to do ancillary things when their child's not participating in a sporting event. But no, we don't sub-sell advertisement to businesses. If that's your.
Always looking to find a little money, that's all.
Yeah. Good idea, but no. Can't do it this time. But Aurora Chamber can do it, et cetera. They can all do that to support your new business establishment. It sounds wonderful.
For sale.
All righty. We have a motion and a second and on the amendment. Can you take the roll, please?
Allen,
Allen, aye.
Bates,
Bates, yes.
Gums,
Yes.
Juby,
I.
Caius,
Yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Linder,
Yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Sanchez, yes.
Surges,
Surges, yes.
Tepe,
Tepe, yes.
Williams,
Williams, yes.
Roth.
Roth, yes.
Okay, so now we need to take a vote on the actual motion as amended.
Allen,
Allen, I.
Bates,
Bates, yes.
Thumbs,
Jones, yes.
Juby,
Juby, I.
Caius,
Dice, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Linder,
Yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Sanchez, yes.
Surges,
Yes.
Tepe,
Deputy, yes.
Williams,
Yes.
Roth.
Roth, yes.
Okay, Mavis, thank you. Ms. Bates, you finding it?
Energy and Environmental has a resolution authorizing a contract with Sustained Ability Construction for professional services related to Kane County Energy Audit and Rebate Program. And I believe are there any questions about this?
Roth has a question.
Who wants to handle this, Austin or Sarah? Oh, Jody, sorry, I didn't see Jody, Miss Walnick.
Are there any questions? For
Yes.
Jody? Yes, Mr. Roth.
Where is it being funded from? What
It's
account?
being funded from the electric aggregation program, which are funds from our unincorporated residents that sign onto that program.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so this is net neutral for the general fund.
That is correct.
Okay. And how many homes or businesses are you estimating this is going to be working for?
That would be 25 homes, and that would include at least a minimum of 10 low-income homes and 15 other homes.
And are you promoting this? How do people make aware of this?
We're going to be promoting it all over the place. We are going to have flyers. We're going to be in Kane County Connects and get the word out through our municipalities as well.
And do they get a sticker after it's over with?
No, they get a lower energy bill when it's over with.
Okay. And does it take care of repairs as well?
The what?
Repairs. So if they find they need some new insulation?
Yes, there's $35,000 in the budget that's set aside for direct rebates. And your rebate will be higher if you're a low income resident, as well as the professional services firm will be teaching homeowners while they're on site, reviewing their home and energy efficiency for small items that they can do repairs on their own, if they aren't able to pay a contractor to do so.
Very good. Oh,
Okay.
wonderful. Yes, Mr. Roth.
Just one concern. It's 100,000 and it is from a special fund. But you take that 100 and you said 25 houses, that's $4,000 a house, which seems to me a little expensive.
It's not, the 35,000 is direct rebates out of that. So that goes directly to the property owners. There's also $15,000 in software that is coming to the county and training that the county staff will have. So that will enable us to do energy audits as well in the future once this contract is over.
Can you say that last amount?
$15,000
Okay.
in software
So then
costs
you subtract that from the 100,000. It
and the
makes-
35 from the 100,000.
Okay, good enough. Thank you.
$50,000 and for our
Okay, it's
residents.
a little more affordable.
And it's over a 2-year period.
Okay, very good. Any questions further on this? If not, clerk call the roll.
We didn't have a
Need a
motion or a
motion,
Oh,
second.
motion, I'm sorry, yes.
Bates will move.
For a second, please.
Caius.
Thank you. All right, we've already had enough discussion, so much.
Allen,
And I.
Bates,
Bates, yes.
Thumbs,
Jones, yes.
Juby,
Juby, I.
Caius,
Dice, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Linder,
Yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Sanchez, yes.
Surges,
Surges, yes.
Tepe,
Deputy, yes.
Williams,
Yes.
Roth.
Yes.
All right, we're on to finance, Bill.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I have 13 items that I would like to briefly describe and then ask for a motion and a second after the description to discuss these and move these forward. Our first resolution is 26-119. This resolution is approving the December 2025 claims paid in the amount of $29,557,228.59. Our second resolution is 26-120. This is a resolution approving personal expense voucher reimbursement in the amount of $357.17. Third resolution is 26-041.
This is authorizing the creation of a program training specialist position in the Workforce Development Fund through the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act. It's a grant and it's in a range of anywhere from $38,716 to $58,074. The next resolution, which is 26-048, is a resolution authorizing the creation of a senior staff accountant position in the Workforce Development Department funded through the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act. It's in a range of $53,927 to $80,891. Once again, this is grant money. It's not affecting the general fund. Our next resolution is 26-022. This is a resolution authorizing a budget adjustment to appropriate remaining grant funds from the coroner's office fiscal 25 budget to its fiscal 26 budget. And this is in the amount of $48,235. Our next resolution is 26-023. This resolution is authorizing a budget adjustment to reclassify budget fiscal year 26 grant funds in the amount of $500,000 from equipment to capital. The next resolution is 26-027. This resolution is authorizing receipt of a court improvement program grant in the amount of $10,820. Our next resolution is 25-1568. This resolution is authorizing an intergovernmental agreement with Douglas County for juvenile detention services. The amount of the per day charge will now be $225, and this is a 3-year contract. Our next resolution is 26-028. This resolution is authorizing an intergovernmental agreement with DeWitt County for juvenile detention services, once again in the amount of $225 a day for 3 years. Our next resolution is 26-094. This is a resolution authorizing funding for the Village of Big Rock Route 30 Storm Sewer Project under the Cost Sharing Drainage Program and Fee in lieu detention funding in the amount of $330,000. I do want to point out on this one that a federal grant was given to Big Rock for this work in the amount of $1,966,593. Our next resolution is 26-111, and this is a resolution authorizing an emergency appropriation and budget adjustment for the Elgin Satellite Health Department office renovation in the amount of $357,000. These are health department funds and do not affect the general fund at all. Once again, Mr. Sturgis, sorry about the term emergency appropriation in there. Our next resolution is 26-110, and this is actually the resolution authorizing a professional services proposal with White and Company for the Illinois Satellite Health Department office renovation design. And our final resolution is 26-112. This is a resolution authorizing execution of a collective bargaining agreement for Kane County Health Department. Appendix A and B on pages 481 and 482 give an explanation of the new agreed upon amount for wages. I'd like a motion and a second to discuss and possibly pass.
Madam Chair, I would like to remove item K,
Okay,
and then I can make a motion to potentially discuss and potentially approve, what did it start? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, L, M.
Element.
That's
Sanchez
it.
will second.
Second.
since we'll second.
Okay, so we have a motion to approve everything except item K.
Yes.
With hearing no conversation, clerk call the roll on that.
Allen,
Allen, aye.
Bates,
Bates, yes.
Thumbs,
Yes.
Juby,
Aye.
Caius,
Caius, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Linder,
Yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Sanchez, yes.
Surges,
Yes.
Tepe,
Deputy, yes.
Williams,
She's
Oh, he's away. Okay.
He stepped
And
out.
Roth.
Roth is yes.
ready.
Resolutions are approved. Now we will address resolution 26-111. This is authorizing an emergency appropriation and budget adjustment for the Elgin State Health Department office renovation in the amount of $357,000.
Deputy moves.
Need a motion and a second to discuss and possibly.
Caius second.
support.
Oh, Tepe moved and Kaya seconds.
Deputy moved, Mr. Caius second. Any questions, concerns on this?
I just have a comment that when it moved through both committees, it was brought up that the reason why we're putting this through as an emergency was because they forgot to budget it. And I'm sorry, lack of planning does not qualify for an emergency regardless of where the funds come from. So
You know, I totally agree. And I want to thank the fellow board members for being so diligent about watching the term emergency resolution. That is a goal of ours this year, that we make sure that if things are added on to our budget for the year, that they are budgeted properly and beforehand. Once again, these funds are coming out of the health department, not out of the general fund, but it's a point well taken.
Yes, Mr. Sanchez.
Yeah, thank you, Madam Chair. My understanding was that they weren't certain how much to budget, so that's why it's happening at this point. I know Michael was online. Is there somebody, if he still is, there's somebody that could speak to this? So we have clarity before
He
we.
is still
Yeah.
on.
Michael?
Yeah, absolutely. Michael Isaacson with the Health Department. You're correct, Mr. Sanchez. We weren't sure if this was going to go into last budget year or this budget year because we were doing some other things with the roof and the HVAC system at that new building. So my understanding is that this emergency term, we're legally required to use that term. I don't care for it either. But this is funding that we've set aside for this purpose. This is for the architectural work that will be done at the building, but we also have funding to do the actual work, which I intentionally didn't budget there because I haven't seen the direct cost estimates. So I didn't want to budget too much to give somebody an idea of, I don't want to overspend on it. So I'm happy to discuss this if there's a better way to do it, but we will be doing this with the actual funds for the renovation as well.
Thank you. I guess
Yes,
my
Mr.
follow-up
Ballard.
question would be, Ms. Juby, does that satisfy what you're after? Does it answer your question? Is this something we could just place on consent agenda?
no, I'm looking to vote no on this. I wasn't looking to change anyone else's mind or have any more conversation about it.
Okay. All right. So.
Any other questions, comments on this?
I can almost smell the cultural change occurring.
I'm glad you can.
No, some.
Could we do the vote
Yes.
then on this?
Okay, let's take the roll then.
Allen,
Alan, aye.
Bates,
It's yes.
Guns,
yes.
Juby,
Should we know?
Caius,
Yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Linder,
Yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Says yes.
Surges,
Surges, yes.
Tepe,
Pepe, yes.
Williams, Roth.
Yes.
Passes. All right, Ms. Molina.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Okay, Judicial and Public Safety Committee met on January 15th. We have 4 items we'd like placed on the consent agenda. I'll read all 4, 2 are resolutions and 2 are ordinances. The first one is a resolution authorizing the renewal of the contract with Flock Group, Inc. by the King County Sheriff's Office. The second one is a resolution notification of renewal of drug and alcohol evaluation and referral services. And this was based on RFQ 33-021. Item C is an ordinance repealing section 2-7 of the King County Code, foster care support rate. And item D is an ordinance modifying section 2-7-1 of the King County Code of the youth home boarding rate. And I'd like to make a motion to move all 4 to the consent agenda.
Sanchez seconds.
Against.
I'll recognize Mr. Sanchez. All right, with no further discussion, clerk call the roll.
Allen,
Alan, aye.
Bates,
It's yes.
Gumbs,
Yes.
Juby,
Aye.
Caius,
Yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis, Linder,
Yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Sanchez, yes.
Surges,
Surges, yes.
Tepe,
Pepe, yes.
Williams is still a Roth.
Roth, yes.
Passes.
Ready. Next one.
Okay, I'll take the next one for the Judicial, Public Safety and Strategic Planning and Technology Commission. This ad hoc committee met on January 8th, and there is one item we'd like placed on the consent agenda. I'm going to make a motion and to request this for discussion, and then we are going to ask for an amendment. And this is an ordinance restating and amending ordinances 20-296, 18-419, 14-168, 14-12, 13-27, and 11-400, establishing the Judicial and Public Safety Strategic Planning and Technology Commission. I'd like to just make a motion to move to discuss.
Ralph, second.
And then we have Judge Braca here with us this morning. Welcome. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Madam Chair, respected commissioners. My name is Judy Braca. I'm a retired judge here from Kane County, and I have been serving on this commission since 2012. This commission is your Camelot moment. It was established as a result of a settlement in litigation. And could we go to the next slide, please, Claire? In 2010, there was a court case brought by the circuit clerk, Deb Seiler, against the Kane County Board relating to budgetary issues. And in that litigation, which actually ended up in the appellate court and was remanded back, it was settled. And at the settlement agreement, this commission was created. And again, it's your Camelot moment, because elected officials with their separate budgets, along with input from a member of the public, from other stakeholders and county board members, work together to establish a case management system selection process for Kane County. And we're talking about, at the time, a $10 million commitment to pick a case management system and to fund it. And that 10 million was just like for 5 years. We're talking about millions after that as well on a case management system for the court records here in Kane County. And when we talk about court records and the ancillary departments that rely on it and the services that they need, we're talking about millions of documents and millions of bytes of information and pieces of information that really is almost all open to the public, but was inaccessible in many ways based on our prior case management systems. I've been in the county working as an attorney since 1978. Back then, if you wanted to get a case, you had to go to the clerk's office in the 3rd Street Courthouse, ask for some ledgers, and go in through hand entries on case numbers and names to try to find the file number that you wanted. There was no computer access when I first started at all. And then they ended up with the TCX system, which was created by IT personnel internally. Then it went to JANO, which became outdated. And then we had to get a new system. And this commission makes recommendations to you, the board, which you can choose to reject, but it analyzed the prospective case management systems. It made recommendations after reviewing 3 RFPs and weeks. I can't, probably was it 3 weeks, Roger? 3 weeks of presentations by these different candidates, and then made the recommendation to enter into that contract long-term with Tyler Technologies. And that was entered into by the board, which accepted the recommendations in 2014. And since 2014, this commission has worked through the process for the implementation and the go live of that, analyzing if there were additional ancillary contracts that need to be supplied. Giving you an idea, the state's attorney's office has an ancillary services that were approved through the commission, or I should say the recommendation was approved by the commission to the board to get funding to make their discovery, which is all of the reports and information that they have to give over to a defendant in a criminal case. And that was done through this commission. So that was an ancillary project that the commission reviewed and made recommendations on. The commission generally meets quarterly. Sometimes we only meet 3 times a year. We're most active right now in the budgetary process. We review the budget on a presentation from IT and make recommendations. It's composed of county officials as well as elected. When I say county officials, I'm talking about your elected officials, appointed officials, the public defender, and community members, which is great. Right now we have the heads of the departments at ECC and at Wabansie in their IT departments who's on this commission as public members. And stakeholders, attorneys. I serve right now as an attorney appointed by the chair. I previously had served as an ex officio position as chief judge. And so this is really a commission that makes recommendations after talking with all of with representatives of stakeholders to you, the county board. And you make the final decision on budgets and case management and computer systems. And the reason that I call it a Camelot system is not everybody, there were periods of time, and it's been cyclical, where there has been feisty relationships between the county board and elected officials on budget issues and recommendations. And this is a wonderful example of independently elected office holders coming together to work together on this commission to make recommendations to the county board with the input of the public and county board members at the same time on this commission. And so it is very productive. If we could go to the next, that slide. Yeah, that's a good one. And so the proposed changes, if you wanted to look at the red line version of this, start at 534 on your packet. And what these changes do, it returns the commission to its original scope. Back in 2014, remember this commission was instituted originally by ordinance in 2011. In 2014, the scope of the commission was expanded to include planning of land use at the judicial center. And it's a complicated reason why that was done at the time. There was some talk of expansion of the judicial center. And the idea was because we already had a bunch of elected officials on the commission, it might be good to do double duty. But there was actually a lot of input that was lacking that wasn't represented to decide land use. Their buildings was not consulted, it had to, administration was not consulted. And so nothing had really ever been done after a flurry in 2014 about the judicial center campus. It really has not been a focus. And so it's removing that additional purpose and keeping us for the original purpose of the settlement agreement, which deals with case management systems and ancillary capital expenditures for computers and the budget for those things. And it renames the commission, which is a mouthful anyway, the Judicial Public Safety Strategic Planning and Technology Commission. We're taking out strategic planning because that referred to the campus, and we're just the Technology Commission then. There's efficiencies that are established in filling member vacancies. We're going to welcome the chair of the administration committee, which will be an ex officio position on the commission. Finance is already ex officio, and we'll also welcome the vice chair as an ex officio position. And most of these positions are appointed by the chair of the county board. The chief judge is consulted on a couple of them and actually does appointment of judges and then an attorney from the Bar Association. Like a lot of those positions ex officio, and both the county board chair and the chief judge were consulted in giving up their authority and power to see if there were objections to that. And neither had any objections and thought this was an efficient way to then fill slots on the commission. It reduces the number of members of the commission by one. It's sort of unwieldy. Right now, we're at 19, it goes to 18. And the reason that we need to keep it that high, not only to get a good representation of stakeholders, community members, attorneys who use the system, elected officials and county board members, but we need to keep it at that number in order to avoid any problems with the Open Meetings Act. In the judicial system itself, there is a process and an informal committee or themselves that's called the justice managers. And they meet on a monthly basis and there's 5 of them. And so to avoid any Open Meetings Act problems, we have to make sure that the numbers on the commission don't hit that 5 number, because then that's a violation of the Open Meetings Act. If they make recommendations in their little justice managers, if they decide something and then make a recommendation as an individual to the commission, they've violated the Open Meetings Act, because we're bound by that, obviously. And so we're still large commission, but 18 is the number. It complies and it's been brought into compliance with some things like electronic attendance and making a few provisions on that. There's modification of the election procedures for chair and vice chair. Previously, vice chair was appointed by the chair of the commission. You know, I believe in elections, and so I asked when dealing with the state's attorney's office that that position be changed to an elected position, just like the chair position, elected by the members of the commission. And finally, it establishes a regular meeting calendar so that it can get on the county calendar easily through the administration office, and puts in provisions for commission members to request a meeting. We mirrored your other provisions in the county for committees and boards to be able to get a meeting on the books. And having done that, I can tell you that the commission itself voted on the text of the changes that you have received at the January 8th meeting and approved that. But there was a motion from the floor at that January 8th commission meeting to tweak a little bit on the provision of changing the ex officio member from the Kane County Bar Association, which will always be the vice president every 2 years. So that attorney representative will serve a 2-year term. And after reviewing this, and this has all been put through the state's attorney's office, and I have to say that Assistant State's Attorney Stephen Ford worked on this, and it was such a pleasure to work with him. He was thorough and skilled in his rewrites. He almost made me want to be back on the bench in court with lawyers on a daily basis. Almost.
Judge, you just made him turn red.
Thank you, Mr. Court. And that amendment, after we had done it from the floor at the commission, after showing it then to Mr. Ford, there was some discussion, and that has to be tweaked a little bit to clarify it, with the additional phrase of the next one will be chosen in 2028, just to make sure that everyone understands that. So unfortunately, what was presented then amended from the floor had to then have another amendment to that amendment. And so there's a couple of documents. You had a handout on that second amendment today. Okay. And I'd be happy to answer any other questions that you have about the commission or the work. The challenges are going to be coming up. Obviously, funding is always a challenge. We're funded out of the 127 fund right now, which is the RTA tax, a certain percentage of it. And, you know, I don't know if Mr. Ford has had a chance, but he was going to check that sweeping RTA bailout legislation to make sure that none of our RTA money that comes into the county is changed, because then that would change funding for the case management system, which maybe in 2030 is going to be undergoing some changes through Tyler Technology. Roger is better versed in that than I am, but it's no longer, the system is going to be supported in a different way. We're no longer going to, it's going to be, we have to go to a cloud-based system. Eventually, it's going to be a cloud-based system. And so that's an additional chunk of money that we're going to have to start looking at funding sources for now.
That was in how many years? 2 years?
Well,
4?
I think that they said maybe 2, but Roger thinks it'll be longer.
4.
He thinks it'll be 4 years that they're going to make that turnover and change.
We have plenty of time then. The finance committee can start taking a look at long-term needs.
Right, right. And I do want to say, when you heard Tyler Technologies, I know that you are aware that in Cook County, they're having problems with their Tyler Technologies. But, you know, if you know computers and you know systems, you know garbage in, garbage out, okay? Those systems, and having sat in Cook County on a case and taking a look at a Cook County file, I can tell you that their system from there, as well as the other elected officials' record-keeping systems, were beyond the pale of complicated and difficult, I'm sure, to migrate to a system. And so our situation and our relationship with Tyler is nothing like what you have heard or read about in Cook County. And so I just want to assure you of that. We're much more successful. And I've talked with Madam Chair. This year, one of the objects, we'd really like to try to do a demonstration of the Odyssey system at one of your committee, your meeting, committee of the whole meetings sometimes, so that you could see how our system works. And know that, you know, it's amazing how you as a member of the public, you and I as members of the public, can get information about court cases and look up information, which is very important for all of us.
Very, very important. I have one question for this. Roger, perhaps I don't think Judge Brock would have this. Since we have to be ADA compliant, would any of these documents be problematic for that ADA compliance requirement?
This is Roger Fonstock with IT and Buildings again. So the current products that we use online for the public are in a state of transition. We're going to be switching out from our current portal to a newer product, and we believe that that'll address a lot of the challenges. Those things still need to be ironed out. We still have a lot of work to do with the court clerk's office. But you know, that's going to be an interesting challenge. We'll probably be working with legal to try to make sure, you know, the documents as they're created are born digital from the system, but you're bringing things in from outside. People are bringing them in. Attorneys log into the system and access documents, and that's more of a account authenticated and private. The public portion of it is generated from data in the system, so it's rendered to screen for ADA. That's kind of the simple way of saying it. But any attachments, if we go further and we start allowing people to submit attachments to be viewed, we'd have to do compliance for them.
Okay, that's going to be quite the job. Quite the job. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Sanchez here. Just looking at the resolution, I see you reduced the number of politicians on the committee. So for that reason, I'm in favor of this. Yeah. Mostly county board members. We don't need them. Come on.
Chair, can I go ahead and introduce the amendment?
Yes.
Unless anybody has any questions
Yeah.
specifically outside of that, Mr. Roth?
I have a couple. I've actually, in one of my nonprofits I volunteer for, we've been using CMS for over 10 years. We get a weekly extract that we use. It's for, the nonprofit is a domestic violence monitoring. We couldn't do, the circuit clerk couldn't do their job if we didn't have this system. This is a critical system.
Absolutely.
And then a comment you made, this is funded from a special fund. So I don't know if it falls under finance at this point. It's
Well,
175. If that goes away,
To plan, but to plan,
Yeah.
because there's going to be additional costs and.
right. But
don't
if that
know.
goes away, it would be an issue.
I
So-
think that I anticipate with perhaps additional costs that our TA money may be something separate. I mean, we have to maintain it.
Right.
As we do with everything, we have to be aware.
Right. Thank you.
Okay, okay, so I'd like to amend the amend the resolution, the ordinance to read under section 2 for the composition of commissioners, item 14, the vice president of the Kane County Board, the Kane County Bar Association for a term of 2 years commencing in 2026, succeeded by the vice president elected in 2028 and every 2 years thereafter. That is my amendment.
Williams.
Roth,
Okay, Williams, wonderful, thank you. I don't think if there's any need for any other comments on this, so clerk call the roll. And this is on the amendment.
Allen,
Alan, I.
Bates,
Bates, yes.
Gumbs,
Yes.
Juby,
Truby, I.
Caius,
Yes, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Linder,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Sanchez, yes.
Surges, Tepe,
Deputy, yes.
Williams.
Williams, yes.
Roth.
Roth, yes.
Okay, the amendment passes. Now, clerk, could you call the roll on the ordinance as amended?
Allen,
Alan, I.
Bates,
Bates, yes.
Gumbs,
yes.
Juby,
I.
Caius,
Yes, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Linder,
Yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Sanchez, yes.
Surges,
Yes.
Tepe,
Deputy, yes.
Williams,
Williams, yes.
Roth.
Roth, yes.
Thank you, Judge Braga. I would hate to think about what size library we would have to house all of these documents on a paper format or microfiche if we had to go in there and do it manually as was done in the old days.
Well, they do save paper documents, but they don't transport them anymore. You know, I'm so old in the system. It used to be thousands of physical files transported every day to all the court locations, branch courts and there were big cases that I think that there were trucks or vans where clerks were assigned the duty to transport the files physically to the locations throughout the county on a daily basis. Once in the morning, and then sometimes they needed emergency transports. And then they had to pick them up and take them back because you can't leave it in a remote location. It was, the process now is amazing and was cost effective in that regard, resourced assets. We're very lucky to have the system that we have and the staff and people.
I concur. I concur. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All right. Transportation, Mr. Tepe.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I have 7 items, 6 resolutions, and 1 ordinance. They are as follows: a resolution approving adopt a highway applicants. We have 3 new ones. A resolution approving an agreement with Genuine Parts Company, Napa Auto Parts of Atlanta, Georgia, for non-original equipment manufacturer auto parts and supplies for the Kane County Division.
Aaron, could you get closer to your microphone?
For the Kane County Division of Transportation in the amount of $75,000, which is, it's in the budget. Resolution approving an intergovernmental agreement between the County of Kane and the City of Geneva for access to Kirk Road at Division Street. No funds associated with that. Resolution approving an intergovernmental agreement between the County of Kane and the Village of Montgomery for access to Orchard Road from Jericho Road to US Route 30. Also, no funds associated with that. An ordinance amending the county code Kane County Code to prohibit parking on Red Haw Lane from Thornwood Drive to Thornapple Road in St. Charles Township, requested by the township. Resolution approving an agreement with WBK Engineering LLC of St. Charles, Illinois for Phase 3 construction engineering services for Kirk Road at Douglas Road intersection improvement. Kane County Section Number 24-00377-01-CH in the amount of $194,905.78 in budget. Resolution approving an agreement with Applied Pavement Technology of Champaign, Illinois for pavement management services. Kane County Section Number 25-00586-00-EG in the amount of $229,064, also within budget. I'd like to move all 7 items and ask for a second.
Roth, a second.
I'll let Ms. Bates have it, Mr. Roth.
All right.
Okay, with that, any questions on any of these items? Seeing none, clerk call the roll.
Allen,
Aye.
Bates,
Bates, yes.
Gums,
Gums, yes.
Juby, Caius,
Caius, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Linder,
Linder, yes.
Paulina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Sanchez, yes.
Jis, Pepe,
Pepe, yes.
Williams.
Yes.
Roth.
Roth, yes.
All righty. Mr. Roth, I'll turn that over to you. We're off consent.
Okay, let me get to the first one. The first one is on page 675. It's resolution number TMP 26091, approving a personal expense voucher in the amount of $256.20. I'll make the motion if I can get a second.
Sanchez seconds.
Sanchez.
Any questions?
Session.
Okay, we can call roll.
Mr. Roth,
Yes,
Oh.
are these all within budget?
yes.
Yeah, so yes, this is within your budget.
Yeah.
$12,000 to spend.
We
this
had a
year.
fun discussion in finance with these.
Allen,
Allen, aye.
Bates,
Bates, yes.
Gums,
Gums, yes.
Juby,
Juby, I.
Caius,
Caius, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
Yes.
Linder,
Yes.
Paulina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Sanchez, yes.
Surges, Tepe. Please have it out. Williams,
Yes.
Roth.
Roth, yes. Okay, the next one is on page 683. TMP 26-004, another personal expense voucher. In finances, we had some discussion on this because of the large dollar amount of $13.50. I'll make a motion to approve. If I can get a second.
Allen seconds.
Thank you, Miss Allen.
And if I could make a quick comment on this, it was suggested by board members that I try to take the train as much as I possibly can. This was convenient at the time that I could have access to the train instead of driving. So there was no additional charge for mileage and parking. I think it was very prudent for $13.50 to attend by request of the governor's office, this event. So of course I went to represent Kane County and supported the governor. Yeah, and I did work on the train.
Okay. And then Miss Gums has a question.
Yes, Ms. Gums.
I will be voting yes on this, but I just would like to point out that although the governor did invite you, Kane County did not support this legislation.
I'm sorry.
Although the governor did invite you to the press conference, Kane County did not support this legislation.
That, I know Kane County did not, but nonetheless, I was invited to attend, which representing Kane County, I thought that was a very good thing to do. Very, very good conversations with people that have been moving forward in a very positive manner.
Okay, any other questions? Or if we can call the roll?
Allen,
Allen, aye.
Bates,
Bates, yes.
Gums,
Gums, yes.
Juby,
Juby, I.
Caius,
Caius, yes.
Leonard,
Yes.
Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Linder,
Linder, yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Sanchez, yes.
Surges,
Surges, yes.
Tepe,
Pepe, yes.
Williams,
Yes.
Roth.
Yes. Okay, the next one is on page 696. Resolution number TMP 26092, another personal expense voucher in the amount of $508.28. I'll make a motion if I could get a second.
Caius, second.
Thank you, Mr. Caius. Any discussion?
Discussion on this. This was from my trip to California. And I think I was there for 4 days, 5 days. It was $500 was very reasonable. So, and this is budgeted. I have $7,000 in that budget. So this is the first allocation with the $13.50 out of that budget for this year. So.
Okay, any other questions? Yes, Ms. Molina.
Madam Chair, I guess just a question on the financial portion of the trip took place in December. And you paid for expenses in December. Does it not then, shouldn't it not be, oh, I guess December 1st is the start of the fiscal year, so that would make sense. I'm just thinking of future for other ones. Okay, I answered my own question.
Never mind then. Any other questions?
All right. if
Thanks.
none-
Call the roll.
Allen,
Allen, aye.
Bates,
Bates, yes.
Gums,
Gums, yes.
Juby,
Aye.
Caius,
Caius, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
Yes.
Linder,
Yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Sanchez, yes.
Surges,
Yes.
Tepe,
Tuppy, yes.
Williams,
Yes.
Roth.
Roth, yes. The next one is workforce development. Would that fall under development or under jobs?
Why don't you go ahead and read it all?
Okay, I can read it. It's on page 719. Oh, where is it? What page?
14.
Thank you. Sorry about that. Okay, resolution number TMP 26-124, authorizing a contract amendment with Gerber, Eck, and Rackle to provide financial, accounting, and consulting services for Workforce Development Department. It is in the, I don't see amount jumping out at me. Oh, there it is. $145,530. I'll make a motion if I could get a second.
Sanchez seconds.
Thank you, Mr. Sanchez. Any discussion?
Adam is here. If, Adam, why don't you come up and just share what this is about?
Thank you. Good morning, Adam Schauer, Director of Workforce Development. KEB is a fiscal consulting firm. They are also the consulting firm for DCEO. They provide consulting services. Our new fiscal manager is onboarded in helping guide policy procedure there as a consulting service as we continue to onboard our new fiscal staff. This is a extension that is recommended by DCO as we begin to look at and improve all of our fiscal policies and procedures.
Okay, any questions for Adam? Seeing none? Yes.
Alan here. Is there a point where we will be caught up? Will we always need this consulting group, or will we take it on ourselves as we get ourselves in order?
Yes, yes. So hopefully this will be the last as we finalize the previous, the contract extension has new guidance in it as to how we are working to finalize those procedures and policies in accordance with DCO and Department of Labor guidance. And after this contract, we should be in good shape to be able to move out from underneath their guidance. They continue to be a subcontractor of DCO. So we work with them in different capacities during, grant allocations and things like that. But for our purposes, at the end of this extension, we should be in good shape to be able to move out and no longer need the services of it.
If we've gotten to that point, that's under your good leadership. Thank you.
I appreciate it. Thanks.
Yeah, Adam is doing yeoman's work and
Yes,
really
he
has hit the ground running and is doing quite a bit of outreach and just good management of workforce. I'm very impressed. And I would invite you all, if you haven't gone over there, please do so. Have a nice sit-down tour and figure out what everybody's doing. I think you'll enjoy it immensely, quite a bit.
Okay.
Okay, with no other comments?
Call the roll.
Allen,
Alan, I.
Bates,
Bates, yes.
Gums,
Gums, yes.
Juby,
Juby, I.
Caius, Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Linder,
Yes.
Paulina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Sanchez, yes.
Surges,
Surges, yes.
Tepe,
Zepi, yes.
Williams,
Yes.
Roth.
Roth, yes. Did you want me to keep going?
Keep on going.
All right. The next one is on page 717, or it's an ordinance, TMP 26-133, authorizing revision to the Kane County financial policies related to travel. And on page 717, do you want me to read the changes? There was 2 crossouts and additional wordage put in. You want me to read it?
Yes, I think we're fine. I think
Okay,
everybody
if
can read
everyone's
it.
fine with it. All right, I'll make a motion.
Second.
Okay, thank you, Ms.
Any discussion on this? Yes.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Sanchez here. Yeah, I believe this is the one that was supposed to go through finance, but the language wasn't ready, so it got moved to here. I'm assuming that means there's some urgency behind it. Can someone kind of explain the genesis of this? Why is this coming before us? What problem are we trying to solve? Sorry.
I think the auditor is here. Should she come up and explain what the changes are?
Which committee did this originate in? Was it Human Services?
Finance.
Yes. Was it Human Services or Finance?
Finance, then moved
It's-
back to
okay.
Human Services, then came
Okay.
consultated with finance, then executive, and now let's beat it to death even more.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Oh, okay, Ms. Wegman.
It's pretty straightforward stuff, guys.
All I can say is I've been left out of this communication, so I can answer this no better than anybody else at this point.
Well, let's, Madam Chair, if I
Yes.
may. Yeah,
Yes.
if we can just, I'm frustrated with this because as I told Ms. Hopkinson in a conference call this week, between board member time, staff time, we are literally hundreds of hours into a one-page document that simply says the auditor does her part, and if there's an exception, then the county board needs to approve it. I'm not understanding what the debate here is. I'm not understanding what the problem here is. We should just adopt this ordinance and move this forward and be done and let everybody do their jobs. So I, at this point, I would, Jared, politely, unless you see something on here that doesn't sit well, but this has been vetted and I would like to call the vote and move forward.
I guess my question is, what was not working with the way it was before?
Oh, may
What,
I
what was the
ask,
genesis? What was the inspiration for this change?
Madam Chair, Bates, please.
Yes, you have the answer.
Yes, I think I do. And I think Ms. Guns probably also can help with this. The problem was that in one of the exceptions were not to be approved by the auditor, but should be approved by the board as all of us colleagues here together. So it's pretty straightforward now, and I think the debate has happened and should be over by now. And I think I'll call the question.
Wait, we have,
Madam Chair.
hold on a second.
Ms. Gums had
Hold
her
on.
hand raised prior to
Okay,
that.
Mr. Tepe's got his hand up as well.
I really can't answer the question. I do understand your question, Mr.
Madam Chair.
Sanchez.
Madam Chair,
The
Excuse
question was
a
called.
motion for call the question has been asked. Is there a second?
There was not a second.
No.
You
second.
have to,
Okay,
you have to open
okay.
it.
Just second.
Or just seconds.
All right.
And we have to get.
So we have to take a vote to call it, right?
Yep.
Yes. Let's
It's a 2/3.
2/3 vote to call the question, and then we can call the question. Just take the vote, the final vote. All right, call the roll.
Allen,
Alan, no.
Bates,
Bates, yes.
Gums,
Gums, yes.
Juby,
Juby, I.
Caius,
Yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Linder,
Yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Sanchez, no.
Surges,
Surges, yes.
Tepe,
Seppi, no.
Williams,
Williams, no.
Roth.
Roth, no.
It wins.
Call the vote.
2/3?
Okay.
Okay, we're call.
It passed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 yeses and 4 nos.
All right.
Passes 2/3 is 8.
It's
There you go.
2/3. All right, so let's call the vote.
Allen,
We're voting on the policy now?
Yes. that's correct.
Alan, I.
Bates,
Bates, yes.
Gums,
Gums, yes.
Juby,
Truby, I.
Caius,
Guys, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
Yes.
Linder,
Yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Sanchez, no.
Surges,
Surges, yes.
Tepe,
Seppi, no.
Williams,
Williams, no.
Roth.
Roth, yes.
Passes with 3 nos.
All righty. Okay, let's go on to F.
F is on page 720. It's a proclamation TMP -26-125. Proclamation recognizing February 2026 as National Black History Month in Kane County. You want me to read the proclamation?
No, you don't need to do
Okay.
that.
All right, I'll make the motion if I can get a second.
Alan seconds.
Thank you, Miss Allen.
You, Miss Allen.
Discussion on this? Hearing none. Clerk, call the roll.
Allen,
Alan, I.
Bates,
Bates, yes.
Gums,
Yes.
Juby,
Truby, I.
Caius,
Guys, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Linder,
Yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Sanchez, yes.
Surges, yes.
Tepe,
Seppi, no.
Tepe, no. Okay. Williams,
Yes.
Roth.
Roth, yes.
This is 1 no.
Okay.
Wait a minute. My apologies, Seppi, yes.
I was surprised at that. Mr. Tepe,
I'm still concerned about the previous.
Mr. Tepe, would you like to amend that vote?
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Tepe. I'll talk to you after the meeting.
Mine somewhere else.
Okay, the
All right.
final resolution for the day, for this meeting,
Resolution.
is on page,
It's not a resolution.
resolution. Page 722, TMP -26-139, approval for travel purposes and evaluation form for Miss Molino. And on page 723 is her request. I'll make a motion if I can get a second.
Sanchez seconds.
Second. And I believe that this is through the travel policy is through consensus, that we give her consensus to go because this is the travel policy that was passed last year.
It's a voice vote.
It's still
Yeah.
roll call?
Yeah, it's a voice vote. It's not a roll call. It's just a voice vote. I guess if I can just say, I had mentioned back in the executive committee that in August of 2025, I was appointed by the president of NACO to 2 NACO policy committees. One was the Advisory Council for Immigration and Intergovernmental Affairs, and the second is a large urban county caucus. Appointment to both of these kind of means that I would be attending at least 2 conferences for NACO. This one is the first one, the legislative conference in February. The second one will take place in July. Based on our policy, I'm to bring this up to the committee that's closest related to the reason why I'm traveling. And it's just letting you know that I am requesting travel because it's exceeding $300 based on our travel policy. And the policy just indicates a voice vote. Once travel is completed, I would bring this back up for reimbursement. And then that's when a roll call is requested.
Correct. So, yes, ma'am.
Madam Chair Gums, I will be supporting this. I would like to apologize because I believe that we did the voice vote for this particular travel in November. So I did not submit mine for this travel also, just so everybody's clear on that.
If you would like to present that, I can put it in, hold on a second.
No, I'm just mimicking. Don't mind us.
If you can present, give that to me as quickly as possible, I'll make sure I get it onto the full board so we can get that second tier because of the form that has to be filled out. Because what we did before in November, I don't believe that this was presented by you. I know we said yes, but we have. to-
Yes, and that's what I'm apologizing for, is that I thought it was already handled and then going
So just get-
forward
Just get it to me.
for next travel. Yeah, no problem. I just wanted to apologize for that. so.
By,
You still love.
by tomorrow. Ms. Gums, if you
By
can get it
tomorrow?
to me by tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay.
Or I could amend it to,
No.
No, no. Could we do, let's call the vote.
could I amend it to add my name to Myrna's?
Your amount will be different.
Let's go ahead and do call.
was like, no.
Voice vote.
Aye.
Okay, so we're going to take the vote now. Ready? Okay, just
We're doing voice
all in
vote?
favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay.
Okay.
Have a-
What's the difference between a voice
enjoyable
vote
time.
and consensus?
Because it's all together, we can't tell your voices.
Oh,
And that way, yeah.
Really loud.
Point of information, that wasn't the question though, was what's the difference between a voice vote?
Correct.
This-
and a consensus.
That's different, I think, than the answer you gave, which was voice vote or a roll
Voice
call
vote.
vote.
Voice vote allows for nays and abstentions. Consensus doesn't, Mr. Frank?
Consensus is, it's.
I mean, I'm just curious. I mean,
All right,
I don't know.
hold on. Let's get the technical reason why. Yes, sir.
Consensus is not an actual vote.
There you go.
You're just allowing people to read the tea leaves. A voice vote is not a roll call, but it still counts as a vote. You can only do it under certain things, usually procedural votes.
Did you just make that up or did you?
No.
And yes, I
It is.
absolutely made that up.
Get technical, it would be more of a legal.
All right, do note that
We're
our
at the
Chief
end
of
of our-
Civil is making up law as we are, as we're going forward. All right, is there I believe there is a need that closes that. We're going into executive session, I believe. Is that correct for closed session minutes?
Yeah.
So may I please have a motion and a second?
Roth will make the motion to go into closed session to discuss release of closed session minutes.
Second, please.
Sanchez, second.
You, Mr. Sanchez. Clerk, call the roll to go into closed session.
Allen, Bates,
Yes.
Gums,
Yes.
Juby, Caius,
Yes.
Leonard,
Yes.
Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Linder,
Yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Sanchez, yes.
Surges. Mr. Tuppy,
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
and Roth.
Roth, yes.
Okay, we're in closed session or going into.
All right, online folks, please accept your invite. A reminder to those in the room that are in the Zoom meeting, you must exit the Zoom meeting before we can start the closed session.
We're not done with. the
So
first-
those offsite, please accept your invites. Those in the room, please exit the Zoom.
If all of our guests can leave, please make sure you take your wallets, briefcases,
Leave
coats.
the wallets up here.
You gonna hold them for self, or for safety
Yeah,
and
safety.
security and?
Well, actually, it should be Mr. Leonard. He's in charge of finance.
What's going on, and, I don't think she's.
I have 4 people in the room that are still in the Zoom meeting.
Yeah, some days it does rain.
Doesn't want to do.
Once a year. Well,
Because-
I think she
Well,
kind
thank you.
of, she thinks she's losing authority.
I still have 2 people in the room that are in the Zoom meeting.
The Zoom people.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, let's
We know who it is.
shame him. I've been out for 3 minutes.
Tell us.
Be quiet.
Guilty dog look like.
This is all my fault because I screwed up one time.
The guilty kid look, guilty dog.
And he is currently just, we go back to our NACO conference coming up right now. So you are aware, we are trying to schedule those appointments for myself, Miss Molina, and anybody else who's attending with our legislators. We do have a couple of them set up, but that should be forthcoming as soon as we can nail them down to certain times. So that'll be on, there's a designated day where we all attend those functions. And I won't give you the details on that, but additionally, the governor will be doing the State of the State on February 18th. We have a special legislative meeting after that. I did not see any purpose to have one prior to that. Our senators and our representatives have not been in session simultaneously. They've been staggered for whatever reason. However, they will be back in session together before our next legislative meeting. We have had our team, our lobbyist team, speak with our state legislators about some of the bills that potentially we wanted to see done. So far, we don't have a warm welcome on certain ones, but we'll continue to have those conversations. The reason that we did not have our legislative meetings is because right now they're trying to decide what they want to put forward for bills. So we need to know what they're going to do before we can support or not support pieces of legislation. And that's all I got, I think. Yeah, that's all I got for you.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Michelle, I have 29 policyholders that have been waiting for their flood insurance to close their refinance mortgages.
Yes.
That every time there's one of these shutdowns, that delays the ability to get paperwork out from the National Flood Center.
Sure.
And it was a very big relief, whole bunch of sighs with everybody saying, release, release, release. So.
Yes, we always wait to the very last minute. There are a lot of size and hopefully we'll be seeing some financial returns actually occur because those bills haven't been passed for some time, those appropriation bills. So yes, there's a lot of size, but at the same time, I hyperventilate on a daily basis because you never know what's going to happen at the federal level.
It's a moving target. Mr. Gripe, your hand is up.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Michelle, nothing to respond to today, but I read this morning of a piece of legislation being proposed to to fine and regulate any kind of open fire in the state of Illinois, campfires, brush fires, trash fires, any kind of thing, with penalties going up as high as $500,000. And, a bad idea gone crazy maybe. So if you could look into that, I think it would be a detriment to everybody in the entire state to try and set up fees and fines and all that kind of stuff. And people love having outdoor camping experiences and that kind of thing. So that's it.
Madam Chair, if I may respond. I was aware of that. I did read the same article probably you did, and I can guesstimate that that won't go very far, but I will let you know.
Good. Thanks. Thanks, Michelle.
And I have one request. Community of care funding is stable for this year, but
Microphone, please.
the community of care funding is stable this year. But next year there is forecasting it may be cut by 40% or by 60%. That impacts Kane County residents, which is why I'm bringing it up. Can you kind of feel out from both state and federal any ideas they have on this? Because I know some of you really are supporting people who are going through recidivism, who have a compromised work history. And in order to find an apartment, you have to have a job. And in order to have a job, you have to have an apartment. So kind of a circular kind of issue. So, and it also is families and children. It has a great impact, people with developmental disabilities or delays as well. And that is makes up a portion of our population. So this will be a huge impact upon them as well. And our not-for-profits cannot sustain it on their own.
Very good. Comes here. So to your point, actually, something that was discussed with our team was a kind of a working document. So there's been a lot of threats or innuendos that Democrat states will not be getting all kinds of different funding from, you name it, pick something. But what we would like to do is have a real working document that shows what an impact would be and where all of our what's the word? Having a brain lock here.
The financial impacts.
So when we're getting our grants, we want a main working document of every single thing that we get from other funding sources. So if that threat or implication were to come to fruition, we would know exactly where we're sitting. Hopefully we would never need to see that, but I mean, if somebody says something, you should believe them. So it wouldn't be outside of the realm for us to not get funding.
Yes, yes, no,
But that will be a big lift.
that'll be an enormous lift. Perhaps when you have your next committee meeting, we can take a look at perhaps a working group that may want to start doing some of that, if at all possible. And see, because I've got quite a bit of documents that I've been collecting, but you're absolutely right.
Excellent.
To put pen to paper, it's going to take some time.
Yeah, very good.
Okay, all righty. That's it. Any other committee updates?
Ralph will make a motion to adjourn.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. All righty. All right, let's take, next meeting will start at 11. So let's just take a 10-minute personal break and we'll reconvene for the next committee.
Oh, okay. I looked for it the other day. I don't drink coffee.
Yeah, it's for this.